Going to call it 6, okay? So right now at 80%, this thing has a negative cash flow of $1,800 a month.
All right. So let's turn it around.
All right, so let's turn this thing around. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mark Loeffler Experience. We've got Jake Novus from Loeffler & Co. Realty here, and we're going to be talking deals, right?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Excited to get into it.
Yeah, it was a long walk, wasn't it?
Yeah, from the next door office.
Yeah. Good stuff. So, Jake, we got a couple of new listings coming up. We wanted to talk about, we had a couple opportunities here, right?
Yeah, we've got a couple great opportunities hitting the market soon in Kitchener, which I love as a rental market. Multi-unit residential properties, great deals. I think they're going to go quick, so we'll get into the details, and hopefully one of you guys will jump on it.
All right. So let's go. We got a legal triplex that we have coming up in Kitchener, Ontario. Do you want to run through the numbers with me?
Yeah, let's do it. High level, legal triplex. The reason I like this for a couple main points is one, 2 of the units are built after 2019, so we've got no rent control, and 2, there's still room for lifts. So we've got a vacant basement, room to add a 4th unit, and Kitchener is conversion friendly, so plenty of opportunity in that one.
Amazing. So what's our list price on that?
So we're listed 119, so 1.2 you can get for right now.
Okay, 119. I'm assuming we're going to get 80% financing on that.
Yeah, we're gonna get as much as we can.
Okay. So as is, what are our gross rents on that?
Gross rents right now, as is, are around $5,900 per month.
$5,900. Okay. Do we have any laundry income? Any parking income?
No additional income. 2 units pay all their own utilities, so utilities are pretty low, but everything's included. That's our gross rent.
All right. What's the utility cost?
Really low. It's just the front unit that's paying that we're paying for right now, so around $3,000 a year.
So $250 a month. All right. What's our property taxes?
Property taxes right now around $2,800 a year.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Are those going to go up because they've renovated it? Like they've just got the permit?
No, so this is already a legal triplex, but if we do convert and add a 4th unit, they'll go up, so we'll budget for a little bit more.
Okay. That'll be our after repair.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do insurance.
A few grand for the year. Likely will go up as well.
We'll call that $3,000. All right. Property management. What's property management going to run us in Kitchener-Waterloo at the time?
5 to 8%.
Let's use 8%. All right. Repairs and maintenance. What are we doing?
I'd say $500 a unit, or around 5% for gross income.
Okay, so 5% is $3,500.
There we go. Sure. Let's do that. The back units will be pretty low. They're new builds, so it's not going to be too much.
I'm assuming we don't need a resident manager?
No, we don't.
Like I have on my buildings? Okay.
Try to get rid of those if I can.
So vacancy rate, I have a vacancy rate of 3%.
Yep. Pretty good for Kitchener. You're not going to have any trouble renting these out. It's in a pretty good area.
Okay. What's our interest rate you think on a loan right now?
Let's say 6.5, 6.
I was just going to call it 6. Okay. So right now at 80%, this thing has a negative cash flow of $1,800 a month.
All right. So let's turn it around.
All right. So let's turn this thing around. So it's a 4.27 cap right now at 1.2 million.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we going to do to improve this unit?
So a few things right away. If somebody was to purchase this, I would submit rental increase notices on unit A and B. They're post-2019 builds, so there's no rent control, and they're below market rents. They're around $2,000 and $2,100 right now, so the market rents on those are $2,400 and $2,800 roughly.
So we can get an extra $1,000 a month?
Yeah, right out of the gate, no problem.
So
no
$6,900.
Yeah, and that can be increased on closing dates, so you're purchasing it with those new rents.
Well, you can probably increase it once you firm up the building.
Yeah, as soon as you firm up, submit the notice, and you're good to go.
Yeah. All right. So now you're talking about adding an additional unit in the basement. All right. What's that going to cost us?
So roughly $100,000 to add that second unit in the basement, and I would probably put an extra $10,000 to $20,000 upstairs just to finish it nice, get some top market rents and some good tenants.
So you're talking $120 total rental.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's my rents on that new unit?
So your rents in the new unit, the upstairs is probably going to be $2,200.
So okay, So we'll do $2,200 plus. You said $2,800.
The downstairs
plus $2,500 for the other units, and then what's the downstairs going to get?
The downstairs at least $1,800. Probably get a 1 or 2 bedroom down there.
So you're talking $9,300.
approximately. And then on top of that, on the front house, we'd split utilities or at least offload it to the tenants. Right now we're paying it just because it's a long-term tenant, but with a new tenant in there, we can offload all those costs.
What's that going to cost to get the long-term tenant out?
So thankfully on this, since we're doing a conversion, we can use an N13, evict to convert or demolish the units, and we basically are going to end up with 2 brand new units. And the benefit of that is the 3rd unit or the 4th unit, the basement, is now not under rent control either, so that's going to be at top market rent every year moving forwards, and we're not going to have any issues trying to get that tenant out. You can buy this property, go firm, and submit all these notices to move ahead right away.
Amazing. So what do you think the cap rate is going to be after repair?
After repair, based on our initial cost and renovations, we're at least 6.5%, I would think.
So with a 3% vacancy and a 8% property management, 5% repairs and maintenance, with still $250 for hydro and water, you're at 7.16.
Well, there you go.
So even if you get that down to say maybe $100 for waste and water, that's going to get you to a 7.3 cap.
I'll take that all day.
So what do we think what do we think a fourplex is worth there?
So depending on the income or comparable approach, we're probably looking around 1.7. If we run this at a 4.5% cap rate on the new income, we're probably right around that mark or possibly higher. And then if we just look at straight comps, we're probably in the same ballpark.
1.7 gives you a 5.12. Obviously, it doesn't cash flow at that. But with that, you are going to, you're going to pull out the majority of your money invested in this. You might have like maybe 50 to 100 grand left in here.
Yeah, and you can pull that out within, whatever time it takes to do that basement unit. You're not waiting on tenants. You're not waiting on evictions. You can move ahead right away on this one.
Yeah. Obviously, you're not going to get debt coverage ratio on that, though. So I wonder what you would actually get it on. So 1.4 maybe on a 30-year. Like you might get that. So you can refinance. Yeah. At least you get some money back. Like your initial investment is $360, your mortgage is $952,000, your new mortgage amount is $1.12. So what's that? $170,000.
The deal.
So you have $170 pull out. You're cash flowing, and you get so you have about 200 grand left in the deal.
Yeah. So I don't own a fourplex for 200 grand.
For 200 grand, which is probably has some built-in equity too. Like you have, it's probably worth more than that 1.4, but that's what they're going to give you on financing because if you can get 30-year, it'll cash flow about $600 a month. And if you're newer and you want to manage this yourself, you save $700 a month right away in property management. If you're semi-handy, you can cut down your repairs and maintenance. So
these are going to be pretty new units. They're all going to be brand new, essentially 2 in the front and 2 from 2019 in the back. Pretty easy to manage. Pick some good tenants, and it's going to be hands off. A lot of investors are going that way to save money anyways right now, so should be an easy way to go.
Yeah. And so why are we looking at deals like this where we're adding value? Like why would we look at this rather than a turnkey property?
Well, you want to build equity right now. You want to buy with some built-in equity and be able to add that equity so you have a bit of a buffer. You're buying a turnkey property. It's not going to cash flow anyways, and you're tapped out and you're capped on your returns. You're probably buying at a 4 cap, and your annual ROI is stuck at like 6 or 7%. You can't do anything with that. Whereas here we're getting, an extra $400K built-in equity on year 1, and then we can own it hands off.
Yeah. And obviously that's why I like the value add play. I think this is a super easy value add play. Like tomorrow you could add $1,000 in income to this thing and then, go through the process of getting permits to get that front unit turned into 2 and in, 18 months?
Yeah, the biggest issue with a lot of the deals in the market right now is getting tenants out or going through the process. It's turning a lot of people away. And a lot of deals don't work because they're just, they're stuck with those low rents and you can't do anything with it. This one has 4 units that you can do something with right out of the gate. Yeah. And if you want to take it a step further, Kitchener's been a pretty big hotspot recently for Airbnb. Since that upper front unit is stuck at, rent-controlled rents, if you want to put that front one on Airbnb, it'll do well and at least keep it vacant so you have a bit of diversity and you can flip it later if you want.
Anything else you want to talk about on this property, Jake?
No, I love it. It's going to be hitting the market in about a week or so. I think it's going to go quick. We've got our investor package ready for our network before it goes on the MLS. So if you want details, send me a message. We can get you everything. And I think it's going to go quick. So jump on it.
All right. Thanks, everyone. If you guys like videos like this, let me know down below. Like and subscribe. Catch you next time.